Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks. I'm not going to lie. This one should be as good as drifting upon a cloud. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Valentine Wolf shirt. Which, if you're unfamiliar with Valentine Wolf, they are a husband and wife musical duo. Sort of combine sort of classic gothic elements, like nerdy stuff like video games, and then also heavy metal, and then like electric bass playing, and like it's super fucking cool. I ran into these two. I got a Facebook ad for them about a month ago or something like that now. And I really dug their stuff. I've always been a big fan of like combining sort of like classical style music and metal. And I thought they just had a very cool presentation. The singing was really cool and everything. And then it just so happened, like I super lucked out in that they ended up coming to my state for a steampunk convention and they performed there. So I was able to, just days after finding them, get to see them perform live. And they were super awesome. Really, really great performance. Really nice folks. I had a blast, man. So much so, I obviously got some merchandise, but on top of that, I also got some video of said performance. Those videos are on this channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check it out. And if nothing else, I'll be happy to point you in their direction. I think they're very cool. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Cloud metaphor thing. What are we doing here? Oh my God, boom, it's from Burger King. This is their cotton candy cloud, or frozen cotton candy cloud, or some shit like that. It's a frozen drink that's like a cotton candy thing. And then the cloud element is like this, like, you know, white foam on top. I was expecting more of a foam, if I'm honest with you, but I even went to the better Burger King, because there's one close to my house, but they suck. And I went out of my way and I was like, fine, I'll go to the actual one. So let's give this a go. One of my friends on Facebook actually requested that I go over there and give this one a shot, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that's good. Got that nice sweet cotton candy flavor. Yeah, I mean, that pretty much hits exactly the way you want it to. It's a frozen cotton candy flavored beverage, you know? Interesting fun fact about your guy, Brandon Wenzel. I don't like cotton candy all that much. It was one of those things I think, you know, I would eat it occasionally as a kid, but like, it's just, you know, because it's just pure sugar, you know, and it was like, I think even as a kid, I was like, this is a little bit much for me. It's fun, but like, I don't really get into it. But as a flavoring, it's fine. And I like this. I don't know what the foam is really supposed to be adding. It's almost like a whipped cream. I know it's not a whipped cream. I saw the guy go over there and like pour the stuff onto it. What is that flavor? Because it's got like a heavier flavor than a whipped cream. It's somewhat similar, but like almost like a buttercream, but obviously in more of a liquidy format. Yeah, that's kind of nice. I think that kind of works nicely with the rest of the drink, in that, you know, it kind of, whereas the rest is very sweet, again, it's got that cotton candy aspect to it. I think the sort of the cloud aspect, or whatever the fuck it is, you know, it gives you something else. It's not exactly a contrasting flavor, but it has a little bit more of a heaviness to it. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Probably the only problem is that since it's only on the top, unless you mix it up, I mean, you're not really getting much of it as you're drinking it. You're really just getting the stuff at the bottom until you get to the stuff at the top. But otherwise, it's nice. I mean, I'm a big fan of frozen beverages. They'll likely be the death of me at this point in my life. You know, so, like, typically speaking, unless, like, you fuck it up or something, like, and to be fair, I have had. Did I do a thing for the thing? I don't know if I did a thing for the thing. If I didn't, man, you'd think I'd be so much better at remembering that. But no, I mean, I like this. As long as, typically when it comes to frozen beverages, as long as you have a flavor that works and the machine and stuff is working properly, because I have absolutely been to places where the machine wasn't working properly, you know, typically you're going to get a good result, and I think this one works really well. It doesn't go... I'll give them credit, too, in that, like, it has that nice cotton candy flavor, but it doesn't go, like, overboard with it. You know, it's tasty, because, like I said, you know, I'm not big on cotton candy. If you go too sweet with it, for me, it's just like, you know, I'm not that into it. But this, it's nice. It still manages to be sweet, but still refreshing in that nice frozen beverage kind of way. Yeah, it's good. I'm debating in my head whether or not there's like a mild-ish fruit flavor to the cotton candy, or if it is more just a straight cotton candy flavor. And I think it is just a straight cotton candy flavor. But maybe because like the foam, kind of like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I can perfectly get behind that. It's tasty and I like it. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I think for me personally, I'm going to go with yes and yes. I think it's not my favorite flavor of frozen beverage that I've ever had, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Like, there's nothing I dislike about it. I even like the added foam effect, and you can get it without the foam too. That's like an option. You don't have to get that. But I do like the foam effect. Again, it's a little bit superfluous because it doesn't add that much at a base value. It's and to be fair, you could always mix it up and, you know, kind of get the swirl in there. But I like what it's doing. You know, it's a fun beverage, especially right now. You know, we're like firmly in spring. Things are really properly starting to warm up. It's a nice frozen beverage. It's a little bit of fun. And even for me personally, you know, with me not being the biggest cotton candy guy in the world, I still like it. If I'm recommending it to somebody else, I don't think there's anything, I don't think there's anything to dislike about this. It's tasty, it's sweet, it's a treat. It's also still kind of got that refreshing aspect because it's a frozen beverage. There's nothing wrong with it. And I think whether you get it with or without the cloud cream filling or topping or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I think you really couldn't. I think either way it would work really well, because I think the base form of it is really nice, and then, you know, that little extra from the topping, I think, you know, it's nice. It gives it just a little something extra. But I really do think you could kind of go either way on it, and it would still be pretty good. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly cotton candy-tastic rest of your life. Sure, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, lots of people like cotton candy. Not my jam, but hey, good on you. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important that we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal take on cotton candy? Is it something you're a fan of? Is it something you can't get behind? Are you like me, where you liked it more as a kid, and then as you gotten older, you just can't really do it? You know, I'd like to hear about that stuff. It's obviously like a big staple food, you know, like fairs and carnivals and shit like that and everything. And yeah, it's just, I genuinely couldn't tell you the last time that I had cotton candy. The last time I remember having it was as a very small child. And I know I've had it since then, like, you know, probably sometime like in my like maybe like early teens or some shit. And I think that was pretty much when I just decided I don't need this in my life anymore. But who knows, maybe one day I'll go over there, try out some cotton candy for a review or something like that, because it's been, I'm sure, at least a decade since I had it. But anyway,